Do you think getting to that mindset is difficult where you're putting yourself in other people's shoes?
Um, it's at, yeah, I don't know. At first it was, but it's like I've been there too. I've had my fair share of crappy days. Too many of them. But it's like you know, if I got to the point where just a sec here. Got to the point where it just came to me that okay, now I want to retaliate. I was having this thought thinking going through my head. I want to retaliate against their negativity with negativity of my own. Wait. That doesn't sound right at all. Why do I want to do that? Why negate negativity with more negativity? That just makes a big cauldron of negativity. So, it's like maybe I can transmute this situation. Maybe I can change their attitude. Maybe I can change their day, just by um maybe I can change the aura, if you will, change the aura of the entire room just by, adding some positivity to it by, you know, maybe making this person's day or making this person's moment anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it all starts with us and just being in that joyful place yourself, and you just exude like positivity and joy, and um, not letting like those outside factors affect you, which can be a very difficult place to get to. But it's like once you're in a joyful place, it's like everything else that happens on the external world um, doesn't matter, because like you can look at like everything like in a positive place, and if you're in a joyful place already, none of that's going to affect you, and you're going to just pass more joy, which then like other humans will just pick up on, and then they'll become more joyful as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like the mirror neurons. Um, I forget who mentioned that. I think it was Brennan Burchard. Might have been someone else, but anyway, yeah, it was Brennan Burchard. And it's like like I've heard it said before. It's what they call it, or what's been called the herd instinct. It's like um, sort of, and the mirror neurons thing. It's like okay, well, they're happy, they're being positive. That sounds like a good idea, and the other person mirroring the positivity. And just like I was just saying a moment ago about mirroring the negativity with more negativity, that doesn't do any good. It's like simple math. A positive times a negative, positive times, you know, well, it's like negative plus negative equals negative. Negative plus positive, you know, if there's more positivity than the negativity, it's going to be positive. So, I don't know, that's how it adds up in my head.
That's funny. Yeah, it all starts with us, and we just have to make sure that like we're in a good place, and that's
Yeah.
really all we can focus on it is like ourselves, and make sure we're in a good place, like mentally, spiritually, physically, and we can only control us, and whatever else happens, as long as you're in a good place, like that's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's like, yeah, it's like for myself, I just wake up, every morning and um, grateful for being alive, grateful for waking up one more time, grateful for everything I have in my life. Um, it's like I've said, that there was a time when that wasn't going to be an option anymore because of personal choice. But, it's like I'm ever so grateful, eternally grateful that that never happened, so that I can wake up one more time, this morning and be here today on this radio show with you. It's like for me, it's like everything. For me, it's like my positivity resides in gratitude and love, and without gratitude and love, I don't know where I'd be. It's like I'm grateful I can, for one main thing, a big thing in my life, I'm grateful I can run and I love to run. So, it's like, it's a good thing in my life to have that I can still, that I can still do that every day. And, or at least get out there and speed walk on the days I don't feel like running. And, it's all about, finding what works in your own life, to move you forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we overlook, especially for like me. Like I used to overlook a lot of small things, still like do. It's like your legs or like your breathing, which then helps us live in the present moment. Because it's like if you're focusing on things like your breath or like your feet touching the ground, that almost like instills you to be grateful because you're just like in the you are like in the moment, and then when you're in the moment, you, you're grateful, which then turns into just loving life and like exuding love, because it's like you have no time when you are focusing on like your legs or your feet or like your breath to like worry or be negative or positive. You're just like exuding love, and like that's it, because you're just like in the present moment enjoying life.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. In the present moment. That's where, if there's anything to give up on, it's like being outside of the present moment.
Yeah.
Um, if there's one place we need to stay, it's in the present moment. So long as we stay in the present, we'll get to the future. Because one day the future will be the present, and it's like I'm just so glad I didn't stay in the past. So I can be in the present and move forward to the future. Um, yeah, and I may run every day, but I'm in no hurry to get to tomorrow. I'm enjoying today. Just enjoying the present moment all the time.
Yeah,
It's
and it's when you enjoy the present moment, you just exude like all this joy and love, which creates an even better future than if you were trying to control and like worry about the future, which is insane to think about, because your brain's like, I have to get control, like I have to know what's happening, like I have to find certainty. But it's like when you just enjoy and you let all that go, and you be the best person that you can be, and you enjoy the present moment in every moment, the future gets more and more blissful, because you are acting out of love like every like second, which just turns into more and more like material success, um, down the road.
yeah, yeah, definitely. And I definitely totally relate with you on that one. Um, yeah, for a long time, I was like sort of stuck in a spot where I was repeating the past over and or at least the story in my head. I was repeating the story over and over and over and over again, and it's like, so I stayed there, and I didn't really seem to move forward very much. um or at least, yeah, I didn't seem to move forward very much at all during that time. And um I moved forward in a way, but not totally, and so not as far forward as I should have, or at least that I would have liked to. And now that I've gotten myself out of that space, and I'm open, like we were talking about earlier, the openness, open mindedness. Now that I'm open to now instead of being closed to those limited possibilities and that old story, now I'm open to unlimited possibilities, unlimited potential, and anything can happen. And so why not go for it? You know, it's like, and now that I'm in that space, now I'm able to write a new story. Now I'm able to write, you know, a new present, different from the past, so that the future will be different and new and unlimited, you know. And it's like, it's just so amazing. Just a change of mindset can change everything.
It is insane, and it's just like having that trust that like everything's gonna work out, and it just makes life so joyful and so fun, and it's almost like a undescribable feeling when you're just in that present moment, because it's like it's straight bliss. You're just like loving life. You're like, life is so amazing and so joyful, and you're just like flowing, and it feels so good.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, well, it's looking like we're at about that time. So yeah, the show's just about over. I better start wrapping it up. Um, we just got talking, and all of a sudden, bam! It's like the show's over. Um, time goes fast when you're having a good time. And
Yeah, I agree.
um, all right, so is the I forget what's good contact information if anyone would like to get a hold of you.
It's at Easton Gladney, EastonGladney on all social media platforms. And I'd love to answer like any questions, advice, just talk about anything. Um, yeah,
Okay, okay, cool. And yeah, I'll instead of saying I'll definitely tag you, I'll try and remember to tag you on my social media.
okay.
And yeah, come to think of it, I forget if I got you on Facebook or not. I'll have to do that immediately.
Yeah,
But at any rate, I'll make a point of remembering to tag you in my posts on this video. And yeah, definitely. All right, well, let's do a selfie moment. Right on, right on. All right, well, thank you very much for coming on my show again, and maybe in the future we can do it again, and you know, maybe talk about
100%.
yeah, maybe talk about something else, maybe just talk about the same stuff again, since this is pretty cool, you
Yeah.
know, and
And
sharing the
yeah,
message.
thank you so much too. I mean, like I appreciated just coming on here, like enjoying like an awesome conversation with you and just spreading positivity.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, thank you very much for coming on and help me out with, you know, spreading positivity. And um, who knows, maybe we help, hopefully we helped someone today.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but all right, well, with that, I see it's 9 o'clock, actually, a few seconds after. So, all right, I'll just say, you know, stay kind, optimistic, and grateful, and have a phenomenal day and a phenomenal week. And I will see you next Sunday at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific on VT Radio Universal. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Awesome. Thank you
And
so much.